got what niggas got, but shit just know I'm real. I thought I had me a meal, man, it's been stolen deal.
Why we lying, girl? Why we lying? I don't see nothing.
That on back showed me my soul was real. And after that situation, I saw what cousin is. If you been stabbed all in your back, well, shit, you know.
Oh, here we go. I see us. I see the alert.
Okay, here we go. There she go. There she go. Look at that V. I am. I've been through it all. I've been through it all.
Some shit make you say,
love you, Carly.
my heart too full, it ain't no
Watching me.
Lonely was
Go
looking
over
to the
to the
moon.
damn
The
Facebook.
things that
Okay,
make you
and
say,
that way you guys can see the actual show. Call in, video in if you like. And that way I can go back and forth and talk to you guys. Because I can't talk to you via my Instagram and Facebook. But if you go to Love to Them on Facebook, okay?
I live as people dying by the chopper. If I see in my first gift, I saw that nigga pop.
What's up, what's up, what's up? It's your girl, the fairy grandmother. I know it's been a while, you guys, but we're back with the lovely Miss Lovey.
Hey.
I know it's Aquarius season officially.
And it is officially upon us.
It's here.
It is here. It has arrived.
Birthday.
Thank you, friends. It's coming. It's definitely coming.
Happy birthday to all my Aquarius. Because we big body Aquarius over here. And I just really love, like, this year really been good.
So far, so good. I have to say, so far, so fucking good. I have to say.
Okay, with that being said, tonight's episode is definitely called The Quiet Storm. If you are not in Houston, it is definitely storming out here. It's been gloomy, nasty weather all freaking day, all last night. Okay, a lot of places are getting snow again.
What?
Yeah.
Bitch, where is snowing in?
Girl, Illinois.
Oh no, Midwest.
Yes.
They used to that shit though.
Yes, and then it's just cold. Like, this weather is just pretty much up and down. You know, being in Texas, we get all the seasons. But you know, with that being said, you cannot cough and have a sniffle.
No, ma'am.
Like, it's no.
Yeah, you for real? Cause you sniffled. I said, "Hold on, friend, you all right?" I was just
What's up, Facebook user? Bad Thug Oster tuning in. Wallet is here.
He will never let you let that go.
Right. Just catfish me, why don't you?
Yeah, forever.
And let me tell you something. Men, if you are ever out and a woman calls you another name, it is all right for you to correct us, okay? We are not trying to be rude. We are not trying to make that your name. Honestly, if you have smoke tolerance like me, it's really hard for me to remember. And plus, I just, you know, I don't know. He was my guala for the day.
Yes, you was the guala for the day.
I know. He didn't even, like, correct me. He was just like, yeah, that's
I was like,
is.
what? I'm like,
And he was
looking around. I'm like, where, bitch? I'm looking like, where is this nigga at?
He's such a sweet player. He did not embarrass me, even though I was having a real blind moment. He really let me make it. So, this is tonight's title, Quiet Storm. I mean, for me, when I hear Quiet Storm, you know, it reminds me of old school fuck action. I don't know.
Again with the fuck action. He said nope.
Cuddle weather. Quiet Storm for me is like cuddle weather. So, I don't know about you, but I don't know. You get frisky when it's raining out?
You know what? Yeah, I like a little rainy frisk, a little frisky weather action, a little afternoon delight per se.
It's not a late night frisk, it's an afternoon delight.
Yes.
Okay.
Afternoon delight. It's a song and everything.
Oh my goodness.
You never heard that?
No.
Oh my god, it's older. It's fine.
I've heard it.
It's in a lot of movies. They be like afternoon delight. Yeah,
early 90s.
Yeah, definitely early 90s.
Okay, late 80s.
Very much. Yes.
Okay, I got you. For me, I really had a hard time getting up today and being productive because usually being an entrepreneur, it's almost like when it's raining out, I feel like that's my off time, and I'm supposed to be in the house like a think tank, you know what I'm saying? And like preparing for.
What did you prepare for and think on?
Oh, I didn't say today.
You speaking of previous rainy days.
Previous rainy days.
Okay.
Today, I really had something to do. Like I was running errands. I spent some time at the DPS renewing my license. That is never fun. Anywhere it's like a group of people, you know what I'm saying? And they're calm. It's like it's the quiet before the storm. You know what I'm saying? And like everything was cool when I first got there. Things were like moving and going pretty great. It was really nasty out, so you know I was really like, I hope this go pretty quick and don't nobody talk to me, or you know I don't have to be here too long. You know, it was one of those moments, especially because they make you have like an appointment, which doesn't mean anything. It just means like you showed up. But it was, I feel like when black people see more black people, they tend to feel like, well, maybe I can act a fool a little bit. You know,
I can have a nigga moment.
I can have a nigga moment because I'm going to have support. You know what I'm saying?
They got my back.
They got my back. So, now keep in mind, my appointment today was at 12:45. So, by the time I'm making it for, you know, to the next area of where I need to go once I'm checked in, you know, it's like 1:10. So this lady, she's like, you can see it in her face, like she's getting ready to act a fool. You know what I'm saying?
And she got tired of waiting or something?
Girl,
Was she waiting a long time?
Yes. She said she had been there since 8 o'clock. She was there with her teenage son because he had did driver's ed and his test was like at 9. But I'm like 9, 10, 11, 12, 1. Ooh, 4 hours, girl. You should have acted up a long time ago. Don't wait till 3, 4 more black people showed up over here.
And then you got a support system.
Yeah, you got a support system and you want to have a moment. And I knew it was coming because she did like the look around. You know how you like,
confirmation.
Yes, the confirmation. Like she linked up. She looked from her left. She looked from her right. And next thing I know, she was like, "How long you been here?" And I knew right then and there it was gonna be an issue. I was like, "Girl, you know, I just checked in or whatever. I'm supposed to be at 12:45. Woo, 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 girl." Before I knew it, this lady was at a couple of people at the people station. Excuse me. I've been here since 8:50. My son been here. Girl, she running it down. The people like, well, man, what's your number?
Right.
She
didn't even get the number the whole time. Oh, no dice.
Let me tell you about the nigga and me though. I didn't have a number either, okay? Because the lady didn't say nothing about a number. She said just go over to 29. And I felt like the other black people. I was like, she said 29. You know, we waiting on 29, but 29 obviously at lunch. You know what I'm saying? So since the correct people are here, and I'm going to say correct, not, you know. So so they were like, oh, y'all need a number, woo, 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 29 on lunch. So, you know, we quietly bamboozle our way over, you know, skipping in front of the kiosk, you know, tapping our stuff in, coming back, and she in full-blown character. So I was going to say, security number. They didn't tell me nothing. They said, come up here. Well, ma'am, do you have this? Do you have that?
What she thought she was doing with this? It's her son, wasn't it?
Yes. Girl, she looking at him. She would call the people, call the stuff. Girl, I'm just sitting here like 4 hours later, girl. You just had to have your moment while I'm here. And I don't want to make eye contact. That's what I did not want to do. I did not want to seem like we were together. You know, they think all black people together. You know what I'm saying? Oh, she's with you? No, I'm here separately. The man looking at me crazy next to me because he a black man, but he looked a little geeky. So he didn't know what was happening. And I'm just like, oh, poor baby. I felt bad for son. I didn't feel bad for her. I felt bad for him. Because she was totally embarrassing. But, you know, hey, we got to have our moments. And that was definitely a highlight of my day. Whatever I had going on before then totally did not matter. Don Lucci is over there
Cracking up,
crying,
yeah.
cracking up. Girl, I mean, I don't know. I've been trying to lessen 2022, lessen like my moment, my explosive moment. I've been really trying to like calm down, breathe, and really think about what I want to say. Now, if I cut you out still, that means I really thought about it, and that's really how I'm feeling. Okay?
That's what you got coming.
That's what you got coming. Like, you absolutely talk your way into me cussing you out. But for the majority of the time now, I really find myself like, you know what? I just don't want to deal with it. I'm not going to deal with it. Or I'm going to say what I have to say. I'm going to be firm about it. And I'm just going to move on. And it's a certain way that I can, you know, deliver my message without being so hostile.
Yes, the delivery.
Yes, the delivery. I feel like sometimes you can really turn a conversation a different direction just by a tone, your reaction, you not listening or being proactive in the conversation. And a lot of times when you find yourself arguing with people, it's because no one is listening and coming to an understanding. So now, you know, I just really want to hear the other person when they're talking to me. What?
Because sometimes what the other person has to say
before the storm, y'all.
Right.
She sounds so intuitive.
Because I'm like, you know, sometimes a person's vibration can be so low and they're talking to you and you completely understand what they're saying because their point is so minuscule. And I have not the ability, perhaps, to sit there and listen to what I know is bullshit.
So okay. I hear what you're saying. A lot of times, you know bullshit when you hear bullshit.
Exactly. Or it could be a bullshit person and they just can't help but the shit come out their mouth is bullshit.
It could be a bullshit person. Now, let's give a scenario to a bullshit conversation, right? Say, for instance, you are managed, you boss, you put into character. Can you kind of tell us like a bullshit conversation that you just be over? Because I know a lot that you tell me about. And I'm just saying, like, when are you quiet and when do you like instantly cut the bullshit off?
If I feel like this person is coming with the bullshit, then I'm more or less probably gonna shut it down. The moment I feel like there's bullshit, I'm gonna shut it down because I don't like my intelligence being insulted. I have a problem like when someone is, for lack of a better phrase, playing on my goddamn top. I hate my top being played on. Don't play on my top.
Explain what playing on my top means.
Playing on my top.
For people who don't know,
to play on someone's top means to basically piss on them and tell them it's perfume. Like, you're just saying.
I smell piss.
Exactly. But I'm telling you it's perfume.
I know for me, bullshit conversations usually be where I'm zoned out and I'm like, oh, okay. All right. All right. That's what we going with. That's what we sticking with. Okay. And then after the okay, that's when the storm usually happens. Like, I really want you to like hear, like, I'm going to reiterate what the hell you said to me. So because sometimes I think when people give you BS, they really don't understand how stupid it sounds rolling off of their tongue.
And it's usually a man for some reason. I'm sorry, but it usually
be everybody. I know,
but it be niggas.
About. It's not gender.
To me, bitches don't come at me with the bullshit, but niggas come at me with the bullshit.
I don't know what bitches you've been around.
Not many bitches.
Women definitely are full of shit.
I'm not saying they're not.
I can be full of shit at times as well.
Really?
Yes, like definitely.
Okay.
I'm definitely like.
Look down, Lucha said, "Well, damn."
Like, honestly, I can be with the bullshit. Like, I'm not the nicest person ever. You know what I'm saying? But I have said some shit after I said it and realized, like, oh, that don't make sense. Because it was some shit right off the top of my head and I really wasn't thinking about what I was saying. It was just like, oh, this is the idea. Let me pitch it to you.
Right.
So I feel like sometimes women, we do be full of shit.
Oh.
Especially when the conversation is about your shit. Or how you should like.
Oh,
handle.
like when you trying to explain, like someone's expecting you to explain some shit.
I feel like anytime a motherfucker try to tell you about your business, that's a bullshit conversation.
Okay.
Or
you're warming up.
I'm warming up. Let me give you an FYI example. If you call me and ask me to borrow some money and how I need to give you that motherfucking money, that's a bullshit conversation.
Okay. I can see that being a bullshit conversation.
Two,
who you calling a psycho, Donna Lucci?
Number two, if I call you and I'm running down a scenario of some shit that happened to me, and I just want you to listen, and you giving me all type of extra shit that ain't got nothing to do with what we talking about, and you just want to like throw in last conversation and this conversation and tie the two in and make me feel some type of way, then we totally in a bullshit conversation.
Okay.
Are we getting warm?
I think so. I think thinking like for example, a nigga. Right.
Why we gotta go to nigga? You making it so
because I'm not. This is my personal bullshit conversation. When a nigga, because I don't interact with bullshit bitches.
Yes, you do.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't.
You just dealt with one a couple of minutes ago, or a month ago.
But I didn't know she was a bullshit bitch. But once I
saw was a bullshit
conversation, and I used to, you're right. The
conversation bullshit.
It is. Perhaps you're right, but not even to the extent of money. But like when you ask a person, playing on your top,
telling you how to run your business,
telling you how to run your shit when they ain't got no kind of background in radio.
What I'm talking about, the wire,
right
before the storm. Because I think we all kind of let people say what they want to say.
Yes,
right?
A nigga shitting me, motherfucker, better not come at me with the bullshit. OMG, I'm just reading your comments. And geez. Okay, so I say a nigga because this is me being a radio person, and I come in contact with dudes. They hit me up and they're trying to get their music, you know what I'm saying, situation together. And I'm like, so what's going on with your music? What are you doing? Oh, I got 5 songs. I wrote them all in 10 minutes. This is what I do. Fuck with me, and I'm gonna put some money in both our pocket. Sir, to me, that's a bullshit conversation. You know what I mean? And then when I follow up and say, oh, well, do you have your, do you have your ASCAP or BMI? What's that? Bullshit conversation. You know what I'm saying?
You're not prepared.
Exactly.
Okay, so bullshit for me, when it comes down to like women conversation, is always the hairstylist conversation. And for me, I don't know how many times I have literally said this, but I feel like hairstylists are on the same like level as hoes or strippers.
Get out of here.
Yes. You know how like hoes always got a backstory, right?
Yeah.
Like they shit is never together. It's always a victimized story of why they're in the predicament they're in.
Right.
It's not because
I made a bad choice.
Right.
Or...
It's not because I do drugs. It's not because I fuck random niggas. It's not because I barely ass work at the club. It's not because, you know what I'm saying, I just got bad work ethics. Like, it's never that. It's always somebody else's fault, right? And I feel like it's the same for hairstylists. So for me, I get bullshit conversation when it's like, well, what's the split? Well, how much I gotta pay you? Oh, I had a family emergency. Oh, I couldn't make it. Oh. Well, bitch, we all got shit happening. Oh, and if we if we conducted business as you conduct business, we would never get anywhere.
Get nothing done.
Get nothing done. And I feel like it's not only me as being like a fellow hairstylist. I feel like even clients know when a beautician is having like a bullshit conversation. You know what I'm saying? Like even when you know somebody fucking up your hair, it's like you sit there and you're quiet for a little bit. You trying to see what the hell she got going on. You trying to see if the price really adequate with the work she doing. And then it's either two things: either I'm gonna love the work and be happy, or I'm gonna be that client that tell you like, hey, you fucked up and we need to redo this because I don't even understand. None of this is adding the fuck up. None of this is adding up. Did you just take the class yesterday and charging me to feed the bitch charge you?
Right.
Like, I'm confused. But hey, all bullshit conversation. And I feel like with the whole rain situation, the whole inside, since we're going to get back to like the creativity part and not the bullshit conversations, because we can go on and on about bullshit conversations and going off the handle. But the thing about A Quiet Storm for me is kind of like a Black season. Now, if y'all are a Jay-Z fan, like I'm a Jay-Z fan, the Black season is basically when you are in 100% hustle mode.
Mm-mm.
Okay? And I'm talking about so focused on what you have going on that nothing else can penetrate and distract you from what you're trying to do. And I'm talking about like not going out 100% of the time. Because I don't know about y'all, but summertime, I be out. I'm talking about, girl, I don't even, like, Houston is something to do literally every day if you wanted to, okay? I don't care if it's a lounge. I don't care if it's, like, a little park with your friends, a little hangout spot. Like, everything is so accessible for you to spend money out here. Like, it's $200 for me to go out the house. I'm talking about gas. I gotta eat. Then somebody gonna call me. Then we gotta add the tab for the drinks. Like, it can add up pretty quick. So, you know, with Quiet Storm, I feel like maybe if you're at a place where you feel stuck, like in your valley, like, oh my God, it's so hot out here. I don't know my next move. I don't know what to do. You know, I feel like everything around me is not going right. The one thing I've learned that you can absolutely 100% control is you.
True.
And how you react to certain situations. So if you find yourself in uneasy territory or unfamiliar territory, uncomfortable territory, I think you should go back to the drawing board, recalculate your plan, and prepare. And I'm talking about one of those preparing to where you're not telling anybody your next move. Like, this is between you, God, and manifestation in the universe. And you're trying to see something be birthed and come to light, come to pass. Y'all know I'm all big on giving you steps. But I think the greatest thing for anybody to do, if you've been knocked down, you've been discouraged in any way, the best thing you can do for people watching is come back 10 times harder.
True.
Like, stay planted in what you doing and figure out how you gonna be on hoes neck all 2022. Okay? And I'm talking about, like, outdo yourself. Don't do the same thing you were doing last year. We came in, we hit it with new year, new you, but you know, as the weeks progress, sometimes you fall back into normal routine. Mm-hmm. But instead of falling back into normal routine, really like look at the situation and say, well, how can I go harder? How can I go ham? How can I be silent and make silent moves that's gonna, you know, speak for themselves? Sometimes people will be knowing what you have going on before you figured it out. Because you be having everything you need in front of you. You just don't know how to put it together.
Need the recipe.
You need the recipe, okay? And sometimes you can have the recipe, you just don't know how to put it together.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's what the recipe is, bitch.
No, you can have you ever?
You mean not all the ingredients, maybe?
No, you can have all the ingredients and have a cookbook and still not taste as great as you think it should taste.
Wow.
Have you ever went to somebody's house who could not cook?
I try to steer clear, but I don't just eat everybody's food. You know what I'm saying? It's deep for me.
You know what?
It's deep for me.
Okay,
but I love your food and your cooking at your house when you make it. I don't know.
Because I cook for love.
Exactly.
But let's talk about the people who cannot cook.
Have you been to people's house who can't cook?
I know people who cannot cook though.
Oh, okay. So you ain't never been. So you ain't never personally been.
No, I'm saying I know people who cannot cook who have tried to cook. Now,
Lucy said she loved your cooking too.
I can tell you, you know, what to put in it, how to do it, but it might not be my recipe.
Okay.
Like, it might not taste as good. You get what I'm saying?
Because the energy behind it.
Because the energy behind it. Okay. And that's what I'm saying. You can have the recipe and not have the energy to match what you got going on. If your heart is not in something, it's going to show. In anything you do, if you don't want to be in a place, people know you don't want to be there. Why? Because the way you acting, your energy, your body language. So if you have a plan that's not bringing fruit, it's because you're not 100% giving your all. You're not putting your all into it. So you got to invest. While you're in your quiet storm, you got to put your all into it. And at the end of the day, you really have to let go of the pre-reservation and know that no matter what direction you choose, and I mean not for anybody else, the direction you choose for you, you have to be okay with that and know that it's going to be all right. It's going to be easy breezy. The only person you are really trying to impress at the end of the day is you. And if you start showing up for yourself, you are eventually going to create a following. You're eventually going to be a role model. You're going to be somebody people look up to. And without you even noticing that you became the influencer, without you even noticing that you conquered something else. With that being said, so we have to really let go of how we see ourselves. You have to fully love who you are becoming and enjoy the journey that you're on. You know, everything is not going to be perfect. No situation is perfect. You know, you gotta have the rain, you gotta have the storm in order to get the sunshine. If you had sun all the time, like, nothing would grow. Nothing would grow. Resources would be slim. You have to have all things, all things in order for you to evolve. So, with that being said, nothing can be Miami spring break 24/7. And if you think that's how life is supposed to be, on cloud nine, on high all the time, you really got to reevaluate and know that life is going to happen. So, we'll be right back, you guys. Going into break.